Peace and welcome to the campaign trail. This is a classic example of why people should leave Minister Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam's name out of our mouths if they're not used in the right context, and especially those who have a filthy history and lifestyle and practices. Absolutely don't use Minister Farrakhan or no member of the Nation of Islam, Malcolm X, or nobody else righteous name to shield your dirty practices. And we're going to get into exactly what I mean right here. This is Uncle Luke getting at Tariq Nasheed, but I want to give a shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, YouTuber that I'm a fan of. All y'all follow O'Shea Duke Jackson, Celebrity Junk. I got this clip off his page. I'm going to do a little reaction to it and, my little commentary. Check it out.
This is interesting because Luke, from 2016 to 2022, has been against Democrats. Look at this. I'm with Trump on this one. The Democrat Party don't give a damn about black people. Welcome to Luke Records. This is what he said in 2016. You're looking at it. In 2022, Luke posted this. African Americans get nothing from the Democratic Party. All they do is use us for our vote. But now in 2024, Luke has said this to black men.
Message to all black men who left the Democratic Party for the MAGA Party. I'm going to offer you this one-time opportunity to come back. You can come back. You have until Sunday, 12 high noon. We'll take you back. We'll take you back. There's no more blue no matter who. It's come on, Amana, bang, bang. Come on, Amana, bang, bang.
So Uncle Luke is invoking Malcolm X to support Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party. Let's continue.
And when I say Kennedy, I mean John F. Kennedy. The man who promised all the American so-called Negroes who vote what he was going to do for them when he got in office, and has yet to do the first thing that he promised, but has paid off the Negro leadership so that they are silent and say nothing about the promises that he originally made to get Negroes to vote for him.
Come on, Amana, bang, bang. Come on, Amana, bang, bang.
I think there are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts friendly toward the lamb. And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chop on his plate. The wolf doesn't act friendly, and therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chop in his plate.
I'd like to point out, though, that...
I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro, who actually differs from the white conservative in the same way that the fox differs from the wolf. Their appetite is the same. Their motives are the same. It's only their mannerisms and methods that differ.
There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox, and a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to, but the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling.
Referring to President Kennedy, I believe you call him a trickster?
He has to be a trickster. Even if he's the president, that doesn't stop him from being a trickster if he's making tricks. Anytime a man running for president tells Negroes what he's going to do for them when he gets in office, and after he gets in office, he has time to do something for everybody else except the people that put him in office, he tricked the people who put him in office. And since whites were evenly divided between Kennedy and Nixon, and it was Negroes who went for Kennedy 80%, Kennedy himself admits Negroes put him in office. Now he has the time to take a stand against U.S. Steel, against Castro, against Khrushchev, against Laos and South Vietnam and all these other places all over the world. But when it comes to time to correcting the injustices that are being inflicted against Negroes in this country, Kennedy sits up there like Nero. He's fiddling while Birmingham is burning.
Come on, good bang, bang. Come on, good bang, bang.
This is what you get when you invoke Malcolm X to support your dirty agenda.
Do you support reparations for black people?
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
And that's what we use in Malcolm X to support is Kamala. Let's continue.
I do not like him. I swear, I feel like he's an agent. An agent.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
An agent. Which one is the most agent-ish? Which one has actually the track record of damaging the black community, especially the black women and girls of the descendants of slaves? Agent. Not saying that Tariq can't be an agent, but which one's track record screams agent?
They get on there, they fool these people with these doctors and these books and all that. And they try and separate the black community.
They try and separate the black community. Let's see what Malcolm had to say about that.
I would like to point out another point before we go any farther. We who are followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad do not make a choice between integration and segregation. Segregation doesn't enter into the picture at all. We are for separation, not segregation. Segregation, as we're taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, is that which is forced upon inferiors by superiors. Separation is done voluntarily by two equals. When you find an all-white school, they don't call it a segregated school, they call it a separate school. When you find an all-Negro school, they call it a segregated school, because it was set up by the white man. If it was an all-black school that had been set up by the black man himself, run by the black man himself, with the curricula that they follow, put in the school by the black man himself, they would call it a separate school. And it would be just as independent and on equal basis with the white school. President.
Mind you, here's a guy who's talking about descendants of slaves, married to a white lady. Which I'm like, are y'all following him?
Wow. So if that's the criterion that we're going by, we following him. We shouldn't be following him because you say he's married to a white woman, but you're pushing and invoking Malcolm X and pushing us to follow. Never mind.
Do you support reparations for black people?
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
So this is recent, this is what he's on. So he's not trying to apologize or atone or acknowledge, take accountability for the damage that you have done to the descendants of slave women and girls in our society, and the degradation and the self-disrespect, that you have influenced on us. You're not apologizing for that. This is what you're saying about that.
I need a check from Sexy Red. All the fucking girls, Megan Thee Stallion, anybody that's running around shaking their ass. Male rap is on some shit right now. I'm sorry. The females are winning. They're doing everything that I did. I'm still waiting for these girls to send me a fucking check. I need a check from Ice Spice, who turned her around and drop it in like it's hot and doo-doo brownie. I need a check from her.
Not I need to apologize to her. Not I need to atone to all of these girls, descendant of slave girls, that I infected their mind and influenced. I don't need to apologize. I need a check. I need a check from y'all. So am I getting a check from this Harris campaign also?
I need a check from Sexy Red. That Red, my friend. My man Stan. Shouts out to Stan. Stan the man. I don't need a check from him. That's my dog. That's his record company. All the girls, Megan Thee Stallion, anybody that's running around shaking their ass, talking about
put in there on the record. Y'all need to send me a check. Send me a check. Just stop by with the check and say, thank you, Uncle Luke, for allowing us fighting, going to the Supreme Court, allowing us to be able to say what we're saying on the records. And we're whooping these men right now because we doing our thing. That's going to go viral.
Man. So he thinks that you deserve to thank him. Thank him for helping to globally degrade the value of the black woman, descendant of slaves of America, black women and girls. He wants a check and he wants you to thank him. But he's invoking Minister Farrakhan and Malcolm X as his fellow brother, bloodline, descendant type, whatever category that you're trying to put yourself in, you're trying to also put Malcolm X and Minister Farrakhan in. Like I said, this is why, and this is a lesson to everybody. You should keep Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam and members and leadership out of your mouth 100% of the time, because you will wind up like this, and this is just the beginning. So I would love to hear what y'all have to say in the comments, and I'm reaching out for Tariq, and I'm gonna reach out for Luke and see if they get on the live with me. So stay tuned, more of the campaign trail. I appreciate y'all. In a minute.